Proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Ok, hôm nay chúng ta sẽ chơi tiếp phần tiếp theo của MAXPAY. Sắp phá đảo rồi.
De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up. Diga a Becker. Que vim para ela. Ah!
Chín rưỡi tối.
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Đây là công an ở Zin.
Ai, vai se fuder, Meu conta, eu quero saber da culpa.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso.
Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, me dá uma lição nele.
Então, o pai dela não diz.
Rồi. Mẽ luôn.
Ladrão, filha da puta! Vai atrás de inocente! Vai ver o que vai acontecer contigo, vamos aqui! É aqui que você vai se proteger, caralho! Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem?
Ăn dã.
Eu! Se fodeu, filha da puta! Otário! Vai aí, otário! Deixa eu sair daqui, né?
Ô, segura a porta aí.
Eu vi uma outra versão.
Valeu, mas resolver aquela parada lá, hein?
Demorou. Valeu, amigo.
Ui thôi, nhốt vào phòng nó ra rồi. Ui giời.
Acabou com ele, galera! Vamos logo!
Láo. UFE bọn này là bọn UFE.
I knew. I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations.
Bọn tù này là nó
Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could they know that? If they came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all. Luckily for me, for once, it sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Por favor. Eu te fiz uma pergunta, pô. A gente não tinha nada aqui. Eu prometo, cara.
chạy em. Giết hết rồi. Ở đâu nhỉ? Ở đây. Chưa chết.
It was time to leave this palace. The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more presently, it seemed I was too.
tính à?
The security switch had to be in that booth.
Mở cửa, mở cửa.
That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision.
À đúng rồi, để lấy cái rocket. À. Giáo.
Well, wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, and blown my head off. Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes. Becker's blood money from the good doctor. Serrano had canceled one side of that transaction. The other was on me. Police food. The same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with.
Sto mirando!
come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running.
Camera phòng cam.
And of course, they were headed my way.
Má nhắm quá. Bắn không chết. À.
Diga boa noite e adeus.
Còn thằng nữa kìa.
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving.
Lên tầng 5 à? Chỗ nào đây?
Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
Đầu quá. Cứ toàn giáp chơi đó.
I'd killed more cops. I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to on another suicide mission to clean up a mess. Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe. I was trying to work out what direction I was headed in when I discovered some more Brazil. There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system. Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela, Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come, him and Becker. I couldn't get that tape out of my head.
Hey pal, nice to see you.
Đây thằng là cái thằng giết nó này.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
Ở trong cái đĩa lúc ấy bắn.
And you should have killed me in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada.
Chạy à?
pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. It felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past. More goddamn security doors. Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos, everyone who'd meant anything was gone. Like so many times before, I'd found myself alone. It was a little late to be thinking about precautions, but something told me this shit show was barely through the warm-up act. It was time to get out of that circus before any more clowns showed up. They had their body armor, I had mine.
Một viên. Ui giời.
Seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its own.
Nếu mở được cửa thôi. Mà cũng gọi mà. Mở cửa thế. Đàn. Mày. Ai cứ khóa cửa. Nháy từng viên đỡ hết đã. Láo. Đầu hàng à? Thôi đầu hàng thôi, không giết mày nữa. Bỏ súng xuống. Thế nó mày giết tao thì làm sao? Nên giết ông nhỉ? Nên giết đâu? Thôi, thả. Thả nó. Đội mũ bảo hiểm này.
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now
À đây là bọn này đây rồi.
Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor, ele não parece estar morto!
Filho da puta, pelo amor de Deus! Temos mais
Con chó này. Bắn cái gì? Ui, cô nói.
Hey! You Americans love to interfere in things you do not understand.
Oh, I understand plenty, asshole.
How stupid can one man be?
Ôi, đừng đánh con kia tránh bắn đéo. Không đạn.
Couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to
À đây
get
bắn vào
creative.
cho
It was a
sập
waste of bullets. His cover was too good.
I hoped I'd be the one to kill you.
hết đạn nó.
Those ceiling tiles looked kind of loose. It was worth a shot.
Chạy yêu.
Give Odego my regards!
Ôi, bắn vỡ đầu à? À. Hai sáu bắn nhau.
You shouldn't have listened to that idiot, Da Silva!
Đỏ đấy có súng không? Hết đạn.
You should know when to walk away!
Này máu máu. Con số lại. Rồi. Súng máy.
You're doing so well! Why do you think you're not dead already?
Mày láo này. Ôi giời. Khóa cửa, khóa cửa.
This was the passkey to Becker's office. I was close to the end of all this, and I could feel it.
Becker!
Becker. Thằng này là cái thằng đợt trước nó đi cùng mình đầu tiên mà. Nó ở cái phòng ấy mà.
I felt like the avenging angel.
Thằng này là
I
cái
looked
thằng
like a fat bald dude with a bad temper.
Phạt bộ.
You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Not everything, my friend.
Đây.
Go of the Max. Huh?
Thằng này là bạn thân của thằng kia mà nó lại giết à?
Well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear in whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like
Chính
to
Hải nó giết
say,
luôn.
Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the crachá preto.
Thằng này nó giết cả nhà thằng kia. Đây bị tra tấn này nó anh như gần chết đây.
They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be leaving town, and every last one of those bastards.
Cái bộ vest chất nha. Xuống đâu? Rồi.
Now that I made it through check-in. Come on, you bastards.
Come on. Xanh mày. Con chó này. Cho bắn rồi. Thế còn thua. Chó này. Ui. Nghiệt xúc thật.
I felt like my vacation was coming to an end.
Né.
These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet.
Xoay gương cái nào? Nó mờ thế. Quá.
The doors lead in the direction of the main terminal.
Ôi, làm hai loại máu nữa. Thảo đang đái.
The customer restroom. I could get through to the departure gates up ahead. There were UFE all over the airport and civilians were being moved out. Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a weird sort of compliment. But one I didn't need.
Ôi, đi đã súng lục liên thanh à? Cái bài cơ cướp thật. Rồi. Súng lục liên thanh. Mà sao nhiều đạn thế? Ở đâu? Trên kia.
Agora você vai morrer! Continue atirando! Continue atirando!
Đạn phải cướp. Ở đâu?
I'd rather not be blown up today.
Mày sao bắt được mày bắt này.
They weren't here. I had to keep moving down through the airport.
Ôi, lại gặp mấy con dài. Ý mày sao? Bố dậy mà cắm. Tàu đây à?
didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on.
Trams
were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both. Trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both.
Đi chim đoạn ra đi. Đồng đấy. Đó nó mới bắn này.
And we were off. I felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes.
Son of a bitch!
It didn't work out like that. Of course there'd be a tram full of goons trying to derail me.
Máy bay nữa.
It was perfect. Everyone wanted a ticket for the MAXPAY Express.
Mua đâu đấy. Chết đấy chưa? Cho mà hai viên.
I felt like I'd missed out on the joke. And it was a real good one.
Hết đường, hết đường. Bay sang, bay sang. Người tao, người.
The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop. It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar, but when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks, let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change. Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else. The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker. Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me. Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não! Não! Não!
Trời ơi. À đây chết rồi. Tay luôn rồi. Ủa mình rắc hết áo rồi.
This was it. It was almost over.
Quá này.
So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Một phát vào mồm luôn. Rồi, kia chạy rồi. Đây, các bạn biết rồi. Súng đây rồi.
I'm in, just drive the fucking car!
Go!
We had one card left to play.
Just get me close! Look! A squad is coming from the right! Look there! Right!
Mày đáo.
We're taking damage! Come on! We've got a flight to catch! It's not going to take off without it! This car ain't so good!
Quay thằng mồm.
Shit! That about sums it up.
Thằng môn này bắn tao.
They've set up a roadblock.
Xe đẹp nhá. Xe đẹp nhá.
Of course they have their armored personal vehicle.
Xe đẹp.
I normally am behind the desk kind of car. If only I'd been one of them too.
Là bắn cặp đồ nổ. Thép này.
That's them.
Rồi. Chạy yêu.
Asshole.
Quá này.
Your career's coming down with that plane. Let's get it over with.
Máy bay này. Em chưa? Ủa đâu rồi? Đây. Chạy yêu. Cho nó viên.
Wait, Max! No!
Đây.
Stop!
Giết nó.
Max!
Bắn luôn. Kia bảo mình dừng lại không được giết nó.
Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
Nó ôn vật. Thằng chú mưu tất cả mọi chuyện. Cứ cười ý. Con chó này.
You know I walk. You'll walk with a limp.
Cãi. Cười bố. Ai da? Tuần sau. Ở đâu đây?
The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who have been implicated in human trafficking, has been expanded indefinitely. Meanwhile, Victor Bronco, the politician at the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell. It's not yet clear whether his death was a suicide or simply retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones that were kidnapped and killed. City officials say a full investigation is underway. Local residents expressed outrage, say they have been
tông. Rồi xong rồi, hết game rồi. Chơi anh game hay, công nhận vẫn hay. Bắn biết các kiểu, hiệu ứng hiệu biết đẹp. Rồi kết thúc series ở đây thôi. Phần sau chơi game khác. Đấy, thanh niên. Rồi xong rồi.